So out on Lake Mulwala, we've got Mark from Simply Sonar. Now you live and breathe this area.
I do.
It's where your business is. You're fitting a lot of electronics to boats, and that's what you specialise in. And we've got to take you out on the water to have a look at the new Mega Live 2. And so just keen to see your thoughts and what you've seen so far.
To be honest, Shaun, it actually blew me away a little bit.
Yeah.
The target separation, especially the bottom. So when we've got those cod sitting hard on the bottom, which we get here, we get it at Hume as well, and at Eildon, they'll sit hard on their bellies. If we can't see them on our live, we then can't obviously cast to that fish.
Yeah.
So the target separation for me is the big one.
Yeah.
The other cool one that we both did was, let's see how far we can actually see our lure splash. So a little bit of a competition, so you can cast the furthest. We can still see our lure splash at 32 metres.
Yeah, we
that is insane.
Further than that, but yeah, we had it set out about 45, but we just didn't have the arm strength to punch them out any further than about 35. But we were getting lure splash, lure tracking at that distance. But that's not really what most guys are casting about 20 and setting to about 20, 25.
Yeah. So a lot of guys, like Mulwalas, each impoundment has a different, not set of rules, but how you got to fish it. Being mull is always that little bit dirtier. You go to somewhere like Eildon where it's crystal clear, little bit different boat setup you need. So we're looking out that little bit further just so we can scan. Say if we see a cod at 32 metres, cool, we can get our boat in the right position, not spook it. It's not as imperative here, but it's still a big one. You know, if you can sneak up, like a metre cod, they're not a metre for no reason, like they're not stupid. If we can, like our range that we had set on the Mega Live 2 out at 45 metres, which is maximum range, we can still see fish way out there. Like that's probably
so
what's going to...
you can work, you see them, work your way in, get to within a good casting distance and set it up.
Exactly, yeah.
One of the other things we noticed with the beam is you'd look, you'd see it, and the fish would be faint, and then it would go bright, and then it would go faint again. So what that's doing is actually showing us when it's at its brightest, that's when you're exactly lined up with the fish. So that's when you make your cast. So we did notice you come through, it's faint, bring it round bright, and then faint again. Then you can just bring it back to its brightest point, and that's your casting direction.
Exactly, and that's where a lot of people, I guess with live, struggle or they panic and rush. It's like, okay, you know it's a cod, you know it's not a barra, it's not a trout. They're not continually, not swimming as fast. So don't panic, get your boat in that right position. Like we was playing around this morning with that, is like, okay, we can see that fish for quite a beam. So if we haven't got it in the right spot, we pitch our cast out, we might be 2 metres off. But we can still see our lure, we can still see the fish, but it's not as bright. That fish isn't going to see that lure. So we need to drag it right down on top of his head, so it's right in his eye line. Hopefully you get that turn and catch that fish of a lifetime. And that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah. And so we're going to keep fishing. We might do a bit more open water and then get into the timber. And I suppose the other thing to talk about is just that connectivity. You know, running obviously Lakemaster on Lake Mulwala is absolutely amazing. It's blowing everyone away. So combining that with Mega Live, if you like 360, and also directly connects into any Minn Kota, so you have that network, and it's pretty cool just tying all that together.
It is, like, that's probably the one big thing that the product's got now, is it's all seamless connectivity. Like you buy your new Minn Kota, it comes with everything you need to plug it straight into, whether you've got, you know, the old school Helix, a Solix, the Apex, and then the exciting thing is our new Explorer that's coming out very soon, which is, I think, is going to blow the market away for that price point. And especially now, like we've discussed before, if we can keep that cost down, you know, you could get you Explore 12, even if you want to run the Explore 10 on the dash, you know, to keep that budget down. You stick your Trover up the front, everything works, you know, everything talks to one another. There's no lag. So that's the other thing that I really love about the connectivity with the Bird and the Minn Kota. You don't get the lag. So if we're controlling the trolling motor from our screen, it's instant. Like you touch it, boom, it turns.
Yeah.
There is zero lag.
One of the other good things I've been using the Minn Kota for, in the settings, you can actually set, so you can see the motor's direction, a line indicating the motor's direction. So you can actually line yourself up to snags and to different things using that line, and it just gives you that reference point of when I was fishing up through the snags yesterday. It just gives you that reference point to go, okay, that's where the motor's pointing, so that's that snag there, so okay, I know where I am now. As far as casting just using the map,
Yep.
so that was quite handy too, and there's some pretty cool functions that I've gone through, and we've got some content which we'll chuck up with some of the other things like side image range. I found that quite helpful. It's good for the trolling guys, but it's also good if you're combining side image with Lakemaster. You can just confirm exactly where everything is and stuff like that.
The snag you see on your side image, you can overlay it to your map and go, right, that's that guy. You know, we can see it. We can see that's a really nice laydown. And touching on the Minn Kota as well, if you obviously don't want to run live, combine that Lakemaster card with your trolling motor, and then now we've got the drift mode. So if you've got the wind, like we've got that wind coming from the southwest this morning, as terrible it's been for us, it's kind of blew us off a little bit in a couple of spots. If you wanted to run that drift mode and just run that line of trees here off your Lakemaster, like you look at it, yep, cool, really nice laydown. Cool, let's set our drift mode. Go through it, whatever speed you want, and then just keep pitching casts in. Like, if you don't want the live, just fish off Lakemaster. It's fantastic.
Well, sweet. I'm glad we got a chance to take you out in the water and show you the new Mega Live. And let's go and try and catch another couple of fish.
Let's get one turned.